In Chapter 19 of Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God, while Janie and Teacake escaped death, many others did not. Teacake surveys the damage and looks around for something to do. Two white men with guns force him to help clean up debris from the storm, search for bodies, and help bury the dead. While white bodies are put in coffins, black ones are buried in mass graves. The couple decides to leave Palm Beach and return to the Everglades, where they feel safer being with blacks and whites they know. Back in the muck, Teacake discovers there's plenty of work to do cleaning up storm damage and rebuilding the dikes at Lake Okeechobee. After 3 weeks, Teacake buys a second rifle and a pistol, and he and Janie go target shooting. But 4 weeks after returning, Teacake becomes seriously ill. Janie brings a doctor to look at him, and he says Teacake has contracted rabies from the dog bite. The doctor recommends that Janie put Teacake in the county hospital. She decides to care for him herself. Janie goes to see if the medicine the doctor ordered has arrived. Paranoid and delusional, Teacake believes that Janie has left to meet Mrs. Turner's brother. Janie puts his mind at ease, but then Janie discovers a pistol under her husband's pillow. The next day, Teacake seems worse. When he goes to the outhouse, Janie checks the chambers of the pistol to see if it's loaded. She makes sure the first 3 are empty, then takes the ammunition out of the rifle. Teacake returns, and his infection makes him violent. He tries to shoot Janie, but since the first 3 chambers are empty, Janie has enough time to load the rifle. They shoot one another simultaneously. Teacake misses Janie's head, but Janie's shot's on the mark. Janie catches Teacake as he falls. Before dying, he sinks his teeth into her arm with such vice-like intensity that she has to pry her dead husband's clamped teeth from her flesh. Janie's taken to jail, tried, and found not guilty by a white jury. Janie buries Teacake with a new guitar in West Palm Beach, where he'll be safe from more storms. The dramatic events of Chapter 19 include scenes of racism that are matched by interracial understanding, depicting a complicated and nuanced treatment of race. In Palm Beach, Teacake encounters white men who force him to work, while Janie encounters black-on-black racism at her trial. White friends who had realized her feelings support Janie. Black friends and neighbors turn against her. Teacake's friends from the Everglades watch the proceedings with their tongues cocked and loaded, believing Janie deserves to be punished. Yet the whites at the trial and the all-white jury find that Janie had no choice but to act as she did. The trial and these attitudes highlight the irrationality of racism.